Hello, I'm Shadowrider, and this is my segment for the NetHackathon event. I'm actually recording this after the fact. Unfortunately, Twitch, I didn't realize, but I was actually using some music player app that runs through Twitch, but it actually automatically deletes the audio files after, so I only have the video. So I'm gonna try to record some commentary now, and hopefully it goes well. Something that I saw a lot of streamers doing that I didn't actually do was just to give a brief background. I started playing NetHack earlier this year in early February, partly due to COVID. I was looking for some interesting things to do, so I picked it up. I played my first game on alt.org, and 3 weeks later I ascended for the first time, which is a short amount of time, but I was playing quite a lot. Again, I blame COVID for giving me too much time on this stuff. Anyways, soon after I wanted to get all 13 roles first, but after that I got really into speedrunning. I've been doing that a lot, and I'm looking to try a bunch of cool things because the game, there's a lot that the game has to offer. And yeah, so we're actually the last segment, so I think it's cool that we were able to round out the event. It's the first NetHackathon that we've had. Hopefully we can continue and go ahead in the future with more events. I think there's been talks about that, which is awesome. Nothing too interesting is happening right now. I think I'm just trying to get acquainted to the inventory and adjust all of the all of the tools and stuff to my preferred letters. It's interesting to see what different people prefer different letters for different stuff. Some people feel kind of strongly about it. Anyways, it looks like so. Before me, I think the 3 people that have been working on this run was Luxadream, Antigulp, and Disperse, actually. So looks like we made it to the castle, which is and got the Wand of Wishing, which is great. Giving me some encouragement, saying that I can do it. Awesome. So it looks like, I believe that we got a 0-2 Wand of Wishing here, which is oops, I think something went wrong there. Computer crash or something. Anyways, yeah, I was saying we have we got Shocking Spirit already. We lost the Wand of Teleportation, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, Shocking Spheres are super annoying. Because I believe we are playing on the dev version that Disperse was able to get for the NetHackathon server. So that shock damage is really annoying. Probably gonna genocide them later. I don't remember if I do. Yeah, so we have a 0-2 Wand of Wishing. At this point we have good AC, -14. Doesn't look like we've done the quest yet. So I'm guessing, yeah, at this point probably just going back to do that. There's a funny moment coming up here that I'll have to explain because I didn't actually realize what happened till afterwards. So here, apparently, I was told that we got shafted actually past Medusa somehow. So we, I think I'm looking at it, but I realize we don't have any way to cross back over. No teleportation scrolls either to try to curse teleport, and since we do need levitation eventually, I think I decided eventually I'm just gonna just wish for the levitation. I'm gonna do some inventory management here. But I actually make a big mistake, and I did not realize what happened. I thought it was, I couldn't figure it out, so I ended up, well, we'll see. It's part of the problem. I already know what's gonna happen. I think I'm just trying to look for if there's any sources of teleportation or levitation back across, because yeah, I really want I was really trying to win this. This was the last segment. This is the last chance for us to get a win. So because I don't believe that the NetHackathon account had any ascensions, at least up until my segment. So if at all possible, trying to conserve wishes is really important, and levitation is something that you don't totally need. It's not a necessity, and even if it is, you can try to find it or pick it up later in the game. But right off the bat, I think we just have no way to get back over it. I'm not going to try to waste time farming or something like that trying to get it. I think I'm just looking, trying to figure out if we have any outs here. Yeah, it's not looking so good. We do have a bunch of good equipment, stuff that you wouldn't normally see always on my runs. Can of grease, stethoscope. I actually really like using the stethoscope now, especially that I started to do variants and stuff, because sometimes I can't be bothered to look up from the source or the wiki what the actual stats that a monster has. So the stethoscope is a free information on a free turn, so you can monitor fights much better, because you can tell how much health you're taking in comparison to other monsters. I think I never realized how useful it was to we just sold it for money, because it was decent gold. But I think that would be something that I think is really helpful for new players, even just vanilla. I think is good. So here, if you watch closely about what I'm about to wish for, and this quite confused me. I wish for a blessed ring of alleviation, and and I call it levitation when it's not, and I don't start levitating, which kind of confused me at first. So I don't actually know what this ring is, but I thought it was some problem with like the status effects or something, that it wasn't showing that I was levitating, but obviously not. Also, you see that we actually have teleportitis right now, uncontrolled teleportitis, which is something that we'll have to deal with. So I'm looking, I'm like, why is this called levitation? I actually thought, I don't think this is actually how the mechanic works, but I thought someone called a ring levitation earlier, and that's what I ended up wishing for, the ring called levitation, not the actual ring. I do think that's not actually what happens, and that was just me actually. I just called it levitation, even though it wasn't, because how the wish parser actually works is, if you, because I wish for a ring that doesn't actually exist, it wishes for a random ring instead. I don't know if I end up figuring what this ring is, but it clear it's not levitation. And this kind of sucks, because now I have to burn another wish on something that I already didn't want to do, but that's just how it goes, I guess. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it would just take too much time trying to find some other way around. So already I'm feeling kind of upset, kind of tilted. Yeah, calls the ring not levitation. That leaves us with 3 wishes left, which is sort of uncomfortable. Well, sort of uncomfortable if I'm really trying to win. So here we correctly wish for levitation. And we're able to go back over using the tooled horn to get rid of, to scare away sea monsters. Yeah, it looks like we got shafted past this level too, that's why it's unexplored. Yeah, so at this point I think I'm just trying to get quest ready. I am exploring this whole level just because I want to have as many resources as possible. And you see the teleportitis kicking in again. I know it's not the end of the world to play with it, but it's always really annoying, or it feels like it wastes more time than I think it actually does. Because I didn't fully explore that level. Just trying to see if there's anything interesting. We do have a lot of resources, if not wishes. Okay, yes, so another thing you'll notice, I still haven't actually figured this out, but if you see, I just fainted from lack of food. And there's a setting that you can put in your RC file and stuff, but I don't know, I could not figure out what the in-game option, if there even is one, to change that, because there's a pickup burden. If you see pickup burden, you can change it so that it's unencumbered or stressed or whatever encumbrance level you want, but I could not find where you can change that for how hungry you are. Usually I have it so that when you're weak with hunger, it gives me like a stop so that I'll eat. Yeah, that's, I know how to eat something, because otherwise it's pretty easy to miss if you're not paying attention. I think I looked for a while, but I could not figure out what it was, so I ended up just having to pay attention and sometimes faint during this run, which is unfortunate. But I think the NetHackathon account, it was supposed to pick up like our RC file, our personal one, and I think it only did it ended up doing for some of the time, or first for some of the settings. Not sure what the issue is there. But yeah, we'll just have to play like that. Another thing is, I think we're level 13 right now, and we have something like around 115 health, which is good, but for a Valkyrie, I think it's a dwarf too, that's sort of unfortunate. Usually you'd like to have, if you have a good amount of health, or a good amount of constitution rather, you would have, could get up to like, even like 130s or 140s or higher, depending on how many levels you end up getting. I don't remember if we ended up trying to get more health later on. Looks like a bunch of these levels are unexplored. Yeah, I think at this point the teleportitis is bugging me a lot. Doesn't actually have a huge in-game effect, at least when I'm just traveling, but it's annoying. It's annoying to be randomly interrupted and sent all over the place all the time, especially with the like auto travel. I'm used to like, okay, here we are on the quest level. I believe that's the quest level. I'm not sure where we're going here. We do have to figure out some way. Oh, it might be going to a stash, possibly, on an earlier level. It looks like, I think I'm trying to get some way to gain another level, because we're one level away from entering the quest at this point. So if we had some way to get a potion of gain level or something, that would be good, so I don't have to waste some resources on that. I find this an interesting place to put the stash. in the corner. Usually I would just put it next to the staircase. Because actually the longer it takes for you to get to the stash, the more likely something's going to loot it and take stuff out. I think I'm just trying to grab all the important stuff here and put that in our bag. The other thing is we don't have a bag of holding, so I think trying to win with the sack is super annoying, especially when you have a super heavy quest artifact like the Valkyrie that we're playing does. So I think I'm gonna have to end up wishing for that too, which leaves us with 2 wishes left, which is really sketchy. We don't have any magic markers at this point. This at this point I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable. You'd like to be able to have 1 wish on demand in case you get Inogu or Demogorgon sometime in Gehenna, or in case they get gated in. We do have a cursed scroll, or not a curse. We have an uncursed scroll of genocide. I think I end up trying to get unholy water by dipping into fountains, but I think I was unsuccessful there. Apparently the chance of it actually happening is much lower than I would have thought. I think here we might just be trying to go to, I think we're trying to go to a temple to luck test our stuff, or test the beatitude of our items, and also get protection. I don't know if we have enough money for that. It looks like that's what we're doing. So I'll talk to him. We can only buy 1 at this point because we are pretty high level. That doesn't. I think we got 1 AC out of that, which is not that meaningful at all, to be honest. But I guess I'm kind of an AC fanatic, so wherever I can take AC, I'll take it. When I'm not trying to go super fast, I just like enchanting everything. That's my priority. A lot of people prefer like different types of armor and stuff, like speed boots and, I don't know, displacement protection, cloak of protection. I'm wishing for magic markers every time, just to get all my armor up. I'm not really sure. Apparently, it's not actually that meaningful, but it always makes me feel better, because if you're reducing damage that you're taking all around, which makes me feel better when I'm not taking damage left and right, especially for players that are very non-optimal like me. I think we're just trying to figure out all our stuff. We have 2 scrolls of genocide, so unholy water would be really helpful here. But yeah, apparently I was mistaken. It's like a 1 in 30 chance of cursing. Although I always feel like my stuff curses when I dip it. Like it happens more often than you would think, or at least that's what I would think. At the very least, we have reflection and Grey Dragon scale mail, so we won't have to get those some way. Those are kind of magic resistance and reflection. If you have those, then Gehenna is livable. I guess it depends. Yeah, at this point, I think I'm trying to employ all the safety strats. Looks like I don't know if we end up polypiling. We don't have a way to do that. I think we're just trying to get unencumbered, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure what's... Oh, I'm just trying to identify stuff, probably. Yeah, actually we don't have as much stuff as I thought. Usually we'd have more scrolls and potions and stuff by now. We wished for the marker. So we want to try to identify that. I think it actually was a pretty good marker, which is going to be helpful. Although because we wish for it now, I wish for it now in case we got the full inventory, or just to identify it now, because I think I only have like 2 scrolls to identify, which is not great. It's a 089 marker, which is which really helps, so that I don't have to go for the other one for more. Yeah, but because we wish for the marker now, and because I'm gonna wish for the bag of holding eventually, we don't have a wish on demand, I suppose, the way to say it. Because it would be a 1-0 wand of wishing, which means that we would have to rest it for that last wish. So again, if we get Demogorgon or that's going to be kind of rough. The sad thing is we have a lot of rings that would be good for polypiling, but we don't have a way to do that, and don't think I'm about to wish for one here, especially when we only have 1 wish left. It's kind of unfortunate, but we do get the bag of holding here. And apparently we had levitation boots at the stash. I forgot to mention that, which is highly unfortunate. So because we got shafted, we weren't able to use those to get across, so we wished for levitation, which ended up being redundant, but oh well. I guess that's just how this game goes. Somehow we're still burdened here. I'm not really sure. I don't feel like we had that much stuff, so that's surprising to me. Yeah, okay. That right there was kind of scary looking at it now. We killed a cockatrice, and then we walked onto the corpse, and then we had to stop because I literally fainted right then. And then I ate stuff while still on top of it. Probably not the best idea. Oh yeah, apparently I did not take... I still have 20 items in the sack, which is probably why we're still burdened. I think I figured this out later. Because all that junk is not getting the weight reduced at all. Because we haven't even picked up our quest artifact yet. Yeah, I'm trying to kill every Tengu here to get teleport control, because that stuff bugging me pretty bad. But I think now we're ready to go on the quest. We still have to get that extra level somehow. And here, I think this is where I try to get unholy water unsuccessfully, if I remember correctly. I don't actually remember what we end up doing here. Okay, yeah, here I realized that all the stuff was in the sack, so now we're unencumbered. Okay, yeah. Get rid of shocking spheres. Shocking spheres are a new genocide. Well, at least for me, I like genociding them. Just, it's so annoying to have to manage the rings, and if you end up miskeying or auto traveling into them, you just lose all your stuff. And some things you can't afford to lose, like the Wand of Death. Some rings are super important that you keep. So the other thing that there's a couple other monsters that have like shock attacks, energy vortexes or vortices, and like electric eels, I think, are the two main ones. But those are much easier to deal with, because they don't hit items nearly as often, and you can usually scare them away or kill them before anything happens. Whereas shocking spears, they just explode on you, and you have nothing that you can do. Okay, yeah. So I have a potion of water, and I'm trying to curse it in these fountains here. Yep, we're not getting it here. I am playing pretty slow. I really wanted to win this, because this is the sort of last opportunity for us to get a win in this account, or for this event. So I'm employing all the safety strats. Yeah, trying to get unholy water like this is a slow strategy, we'll say. So I don't know. I think I end up going to pretty much all the fountains, and doing so unsuccessfully. I really thought that it wasn't that uncommon, or at least whenever I dip for Excalibur and stuff on these types of rolls, it curses my long sword more pretty often. So that's the other thing. I don't actually know that much about NetHack, to be honest, or I don't know a lot of I don't know a lot of the technical information, stuff that how things actually work. I know stuff from experience, how things have worked for me. So I often say things that aren't actually true, just because it's something that I felt like was true, because that's just that's mostly how I learn stuff. I just learn by experience. I think that's actually the fastest way to learn stuff like this. I think it's one of the biggest hurdles for newer players, is trying to figure out what situations to run away from and which ones not to. And that's just I took he took half my health in one hit. It's time to run away. It's knowing oh, he's across, this owlbear or whatever, or this Leocrot is across the room from me. I better start doing stuff now. otherwise, that's gonna be bad news. And just learning stuff like that from experience, learning what things absolutely wreck you at different parts of the game with different equipment and stuff. I think that's one of the biggest things. We have extra gold here. I do end up using that. You can get a couple extra points of protection here. Do I really go searching for every single fountain? It would not surprise me. I think people in chat were telling me that was pretty unlikely. But hey, a chance is a chance, so I'll take whatever I can get. Yeah, that's just not happening. I feel like I've also killed probably like 5 or 6 Tengu by now, and none of them have left a corpse. They haven't even left a corpse for me to eat, or something like that. So we get lucky, we get unlucky. I think this run, per usual, was sort of unlucky, but That's just how NetHack is. Yeah, here again I'm trying to figure out how to I fainted from food or something again. And that's actually really dangerous to faint from food and if you're in a bad situation or a really tense situation, if you're on Astral, if you're in Sanctum surrounded by a priest and stuff that absolutely wreck you and can paralyze you on top of that, then the last thing you want to do is paralyze yourself. So that is also making me nervous, but again, I could not figure out how to change that through the in-game settings. I haven't touched most of these settings. I think again I just gonna experiment with stuff and see what things change what, and if it doesn't do anything or it does something bad, I just switch it back. I don't know how well documented this stuff is. I know there's some stuff on the wiki, but I haven't found it to be the most accessible. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to play without that. I guess probably at this point the other option would be to write a curse scroll of genocide, since we actually know it already. The problem is I don't know if we have a curse scroll. I think I'm trying to blank it. We do have curse scrolls. Yeah, we use that gold detection because I love enchant armor. But yeah, we're going to I'm a big fan of this digging down on fountains and making like pools of water and just running into it. Sometimes it feels faster to me, and also it hits all of your things, so the fountain doesn't disappear on you. I think some people differ on that and they prefer dipping. I guess that means I don't have a chance of randomly getting a wish nearly as much from fountains, but it's a trade-off. I find it to be much more convenient. Yeah, so we'll hit the race here. We get to level 14, and now we're ready for the quest. So I don't know if we have any easy ways to kill the quest to kill Lord Surtur at this point. Usually you want sleep, polymorph, or death maybe. Those are usually the main ones that I would use. If not, you're gonna have to play with the stairs with him. Or slow monster. I don't think we have that either. I think I'll probably end up picking up a lot of this stuff. Just to have as many resources as possible. Another stethoscope. I don't know why I picked that up. We already have one. I think I actually did. I don't know what happened to the other one. I think probably bagged it or something, or dropped it somewhere. Magic mapping scroll, which is sort of useless. We have the Orb of Fate, so we won't need magic mapping. There's another Tengu. I'm gonna try to get that guy. Yeah, this is annoying. He's teleporting all over the place. And probably I am still too. I don't know. I think this level is probably teleportable. You can. I wonder how I hit him. Probably with a wand or something. Yeah. Okay, well he didn't leave a corpse again, so thanks game. Anyways. Yeah, we were levitation here, since we have it. Levitation basically for, so we don't, well I guess our bag is greased, but these fire traps and stuff can, oh well, there it happened. There was a ring and we stopped levitating, and there was a fire trap right underneath, which broke the ice, and and thus we fell in the water and ruined our stuff. Our bag is greased though, so that's fine. That's why I feel like I always inevitably run into water and stuff, which is annoying. It usually happens before castle, so I lose like all of my resources. I have like all blank scrolls, and that's probably why I don't know identify more often than I should. Pick up some more scrolls. Yeah, good thing we have levitation here. I think at this point I'm thinking, okay, we wake up Lord Surtur. You can't actually stand on the staircase and attack Lord Surtur here because there's only one space. It's just a staircase and the rest of it is surrounded by lava. So I think I'm gonna have to lure him up a couple stairs here. I think I'm looking for something to make this easier, probably like slow monster or something. And yeah, we don't have. It's not like we don't really have enough attack wands or anything to try to hit him from range. Okay, yeah, he goes upstairs. We'll try to heal up. Oh yeah, that's a magic marker right there. So that's actually really helpful here. That's gonna save resources. We might be able to get a little stronger from that. Yeah, that actually is really helpful. So yeah, I'm gonna lure him, get him to go upstairs here, so that I'll try to walk down on him downstairs, and he'll follow us. I'm fainting here. You gotta eat something. Okay. Oh, we killed Lord Surtur. Usually, what I would have done, apparently we just kill him in one hit, but what I usually would have done is wait until he teleports back to us and then walk down the stairs so that we can stand on the staircase and then he can't escape. Yeah. Unfortunately, some of our biggest problem, or annoyances, I guess, having teleportitis and also the food problem is still an issue here. So if I'm not careful at any point, I could faint and then just get wrecked by stuff. At this point though, I think we're ready to enter Gehenna. I think we're just gonna do some last minute preparation. Get some yeah, we need to get some scrolls. Probably because they have the extra marker now, I'm probably thinking about writing enchant armor to make this easier on us. So having more scrolls would be nice. We also need charging. We need charging for the Wand of Death and for the Orb of Fate, so that we can map all of Gehenna. So yeah, that's why scrolls would be helpful here. We're walking back over. I guess I'll wait to see. Yes, the other thing is now that we have levitation, I can look at the castle stores that have. I mean, primarily I'm looking for armor, some improvements in armor, but what was I looking at here? Everyone woke up. All right, that's great. Yeah, I'll just walk around all that, just to make life easier. Alright. I actually don't know. I don't think I wonder if this was a midnight hour. I have this bad habit of playing like almost exactly at midnight hour, which means that undead do double damage, and also gremlins can steal intrinsics. Oh, which is bad. I don't remember what time it was when I was streaming this. All right, we pick up some magical armor. Let's see what we got here. Alright, we got speed boots. They're -2 speed boots. We do have a cancellation one, so I'm gonna take advantage of that here. I believe. Yeah, the levitation boots and the -2 speed boots. Yeah, the speed boots are helpful. We'll get extra turns, which means maybe we live more. So it looks like those padded gloves are dexterity, maybe. Let's see. Oh, yikes. Yeah, -5 cloak of invisibility. Don't think we'll be wearing that one today. Yeah. Yeah, again, all this preparation going through getting all this armor and stuff. Yeah, I really want to win this game. I think it ended up, I was streaming for around 2 hours or something. And also the other thing I did not realize was, I don't want to say distracting, but for streaming, like trying to interact and read chat, I'm going like significantly slower than I would have realized. I thought I would just be like, oh, I'll just do some commentary, stuff like that. But still play and stuff. Maybe just comment on some stuff here and there. But this is, I do get distracted pretty easily, and then like I'll be playing, but like kind of not know what I'm doing, so I just kind of move back and forth sometimes. We're using the levitation here. There's squeaky boards and stuff throughout. There's lots of traps in the Valley of the Dead here. And hitting squeaky boards is really annoying to deal with, because when everything wakes up on you, you don't want to fight all that. Sometimes it just happens anyway if something, I don't know, casts aggravate monster, and almost certainly on the way up, you'll have to deal with all this stuff. I think we got pretty lucky though. We didn't end up hitting anything. I think we're almost ready though. I don't think I end up spending my time going through all the Valley of the Dead chests and stuff. That is a really good source of all the chests in here. There's so many of them, so you can get lots and lots of loot here. And that's one of the things that I don't like about NetHack so much, is like how much it how do I say it? It rewards the player for over preparing the late game. Like a lot of the game is played in the early game, pre-Soko ban. If you can get past there and you're playing reasonably, playing slowly, then I don't think there's no reason that you should die. It's likely if that happens, it's probably it's most likely the user error. That's not totally true, but you can get unlucky. But you know, stuff like this. The quest level, you get huge amounts of resources, and the Valley of the Dead, you get huge amounts of resources. And also knowing scrolls and potions, it's usually almost always better to not use them until you know what it is. I don't know. I think I remember to unwield Excalibur here, which is helpful, so that we can bribe Asmodeus. What was I saying? Yeah, if you're just randomly using scrolls and potions, lots of bad stuff is going to happen. And even if you get good scrolls and potions by chance, you're probably not using it in the most optimal way if you end up just if you're just blindly reading them blindly. Oh, I forgot to unload Excalibur here. He should not be too hard though, because we have cold resistance. If we don't have cold resistance here, then we're toast. But good thing Valkyries start with cold resistance. Yeah, but I was saying by knowing what a scroll is and also what the beatitude of it is, you can there's significantly better effects going for you, and you can manipulate that much better than if you're just blindly doing things. So by going slow and identifying everything, testing whether stuff is blessed, cursed, or uncursed, and using holy water, unholy water, all that stuff, it really benefits you for going super slowly. Where you don't see it as much in some other roguelikes, where stuff in the late game, regardless of how much you prepare, is going to be hitting really hard and can be kind of sketchy, which makes you rely more on strategy. I would say. Oh yikes, almost died here apparently. I'm not sure how we got hit so hard. That was kind of sketchy. I guess the other thing is Jublex is really slow. I think he has 3 speed or something silly like that. But if he gets a couple hits on you, I guess that's a lot of damage, which is also kind of strange because we have speed boots. I don't know. I forgot to put on Excalibur again, I think, which means we'll have to fight Beelzebub. I have a bad habit of that. I don't remember to unwield it ever. Alright, we're on the stairs. That looks like... Okay, he is a wand of teleportation, so we'll have to fight him a couple times. Sometimes that means, if he doesn't do that, that could mean that that's where Vlad's tower is, which I think I got excited about that, but he could find that for us, but he just had teleportation there. I also noticed some alternating levels here. When using the Orb of Fate to find both the upstairs and the downstairs, it just saves charges. I think here, because I'm searching every level because I'm trying to find Vlad's tower, and there's certain levels that I can be on. There's 5 different levels, so I'm checking each of those for the staircase up to Vlad's. Again, we still don't have teleport control, but I think a lot of these levels are non-teleport anyways. So yeah, you can see we find Vlad's up in the upper left corner. Thankfully we have drain resistance from Excalibur, so that's not as much of an issue. But Vlad is hugely buffed in he's really buff, really strong now. He's one of the fastest monsters in the game. So if you're not careful, you could end up dead. Thankfully, there's a guaranteed amulet of life saving here. Looks like that. Yeah, we found it there. So that'll help out. There's a lot of good loot in Vlad's tower. And that one's a strangulation amulet. Yeah, that's also the good thing. We have the shield, the reflection, and the Grey Dragon scale mail, so we don't actually have to worry. We don't have to wear, like, say, an amulet of reflection, so we can actually wear life saving. Those are the water walking boots. Yeah, so we'll probably end up blocking off the staircase. Using a scroll of earth if we still have those. I don't think we do. I don't know what happened to those. They got gone somehow. Oh, I just used the Orb of Fate there. That's that's kind of something funny that actually happens. For Orb of Fate, I actually bind it to the letter, the undercase. I say undercase, lowercase o, and just that's just how I remember it. So I can apply the Orb of Fate. But what happens is, for my bag, if I'm typing too quickly, if I don't press the bag, because I would usually do, you would apply, then the letter of the bag, and then O for out to take stuff out. But if I miskey and don't type the letter that the bag is bound to, which in my case is S, if it's not bound, if I don't press the S, then it just applies to Orb of Fate instead, and then you lose a charge. Not actually that huge of a deal, but that's just something that it's kind of funny. Looks like we enchanted our armor here a bit more. Doesn't look like it made that big of a difference. Plus 2 speed boots. Looking to see, somehow did not look like we had Earth identified. So either those, I don't know what happened to those scrolls. Maybe we just skipped Soko, or someone didn't identify them and they got wrecked somewhere. Yeah, we'll pick up the candles here. Candles are actually really useful for using as a light source if you have conflict. That's what I actually have been using a lot recently. Because carrying around like lanterns or oil lamps, stuff like that, they're pretty heavy, so being able to to use you want to attach it to the candelabrum, and it's actually it's a bigger radius actually. I think it's like 4 tiles maybe, so it's a bigger radius too, so you're hitting more things. Okay, we get on the stairs here. Yeah, we destroy him. Alright, good. I would really love to nerf stance and get more HP, because 128, I mean, it's solid, but you know, you want to have more. It would be way more comfortable, I'd say. But I just don't know if we have the resources for that. We would need cursed scrolls. We do have actually the 2 magic markers though, so that would be something that we could pursue possibly. I might do it. I don't know. Yeah. These levels are non-diggable though, the wizard tower levels, so we're gonna have to map all of these and then walk to the staircase. I think at this point, yeah, we're ready to go kill Rodney, the Wizard of Yendor. Thankfully now the Orb of Fate will help you find the staircase. Oh, we found Orcus here. Otherwise this will be taking if orbs could not find the staircase, this would be taking a lot longer. Especially because we need more scrolls and stuff to write magic mapping, which I think we did identify, but still, I'm not used to doing that so much. Or, yeah. Or if I do, it's more slowly. Okay, yeah. There we get hit by teleportitis. It hasn't been too bad. We haven't gotten hit by it that much. But just a reminder that it's still there. Yep. There we go again. Really making its presence known. Yeah, again, a lot of those levels were probably non-teleport levels, which is why we weren't getting hit so bad by it. Interesting. So we get enlightenment there. I think I was trying to figure out what that diamond ring is, but I don't think I figured it out. Alright, we got Orcus here. I think Orcus has the highest chance of, well, I was told Orcus has the highest chance of, what is it? Gating in, like, Demogorgon or Yinogu. Unfortunately, we get trapped. I don't know if we fall through some hole or something. Here. We actually fall multiple levels. I think something takes the Wand of Death somewhere. By the time we get back. We fall a lot of levels. I'm burdened here. That's probably why the Orcus fight was so hard. I don't know if I've noticed that or not. I just picked up too much stuff. Probably have to drop some things, maybe. Looks like we're trying to identify. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff in here. This is much more stuff than we need. Especially all those rings. We don't have a way to polymorph them, so they're kind of useless. I think we're just trying to identify as much stuff as possible here. Specifically the rings. Unfortunate that we don't hit any, well, at least so far we haven't hit any full inventory ID. I guess that's just how it is. I should identify that magic marker. I don't think I have done that yet. The one that was on the ground. It's good to know how many you have so that you can know how to best know how to use your charges. Okay, it doesn't look like it doesn't look like I remember that at all. Okay, whatever. It's not a huge deal. I think if you just write a charging scroll in advance, just to make sure that you don't run out of charge and then are unable to charge the magic marker. It's, you know, it's sort of wasteful, but it's doable. I think it's fine. Okay, looks like I was burned from some Zan or whatever they're called. I don't know what a lot of the monsters are called. Yeah, so something picked up the Wand of Death and stole it. Probably that dragon, maybe. So I gotta go kill that. At the very least, he's not gonna use it on me. And that's actually a new change too. If you're resistant or immune to some damage, yeah, it's that long wand, I think. If you're resistant to, like, Orcus is not gonna use the Wand of Death on you if you have like magic resistance or reflection or something like that. I don't know how the mechanic works again. I don't know this stuff very well. Alright. Okay, now it's finally time for us to go kill Rodney. I think this is about an hour in, so I mean, we're making decent progress. I don't think we genocided liches. Although I think actually no, I think someone genocided them before us, probably. Yeah, that's probably what I think. Yeah, I do remember that someone said that. Oh, I accidentally put the ring called not levitation on again. So one last troll. Yeah, stupid thing. At least our bag is still greased, so we're not losing our stuff. Yeah, that's a master mind flare. You probably don't want to melee those guys. They're not as dangerous anymore. They're not as dangerous anymore in 3.7. But they still drain intelligence, which is important if you want to use the Orb of Fate. And also, you can die from brainlessness, which is not good. But at least there's no amnesia, which might be one of the worst things. So, all right. So I think we quickly found the vibrating square on that level. And now it's time to go get the last invocation item, the Book of the Dead. Yeah, it looks like we skipped this level. And this should be the portal to Rodney's, to the Wizard of Yendor. Yeah, walked into the water again, so we have to grease our bag. That grease lasted a long time. I think if I want a nurse stance, this is where I've done it before, in this little area, so I might try to do that here. I've been better about remembering to eat, because I don't think we fainted in a while, which is good. Alright, looks like we're just going to breeze past this. Maybe we don't have curse scrolls, maybe that's why I'm not doing it. Because that's definitely something that I would have thought I would have done. Is try to nurse stance here, but maybe not. Oh yeah, man, apparently all these guys are awake, which is fantastic. You can see them moving around. Probably because I had a uncursed ring of aggravate monster on, which messed me up. It's a disenchanter. Or it's not a disenchanter, it's an enchanter. Like some shapeshifter apparently. Oh yeah, this zoo is really annoying to deal with. At least you can do the classic roguelike strategy of having the fight us one-on-one in the doorway. Unfortunately, we don't have any good rings either. So that's a mind flare. Yeah, we don't have good rings. So we don't have conflict or stuff useful like that. And thankfully for us, the Black Dragon actually disintegrated the mind flare for us. Which is a stroke of good luck, I suppose. It wouldn't have been the end of the world. But that's kind of funny. And apparently we don't have enchant arm either, so we have a +1 Excalibur. And yeah, that's Rodney. Okay. We use the Wand of Death. We use the Wand of Death. Okay. We pick up the last invocation item. I should identify that Wand of Death. You want to know how many charges you have left, because you don't want to waste time killing Rodney by finding out that the Wand of Death is empty. Because then you have to take out your stuff. You even write a scroll of charging and then charge it itself. That's time for him to double trouble, summon nasties, all that stuff. So that's why it's really helpful to know how many charges you have left on that. I'm not sure what that was. We should just go downstairs here, yeah. Alright, yeah. So we're going back here. Yeah, this is the walk of shame. We have to walk all the way through all these levels. Teleport control would be really nice here. Not just because we have teleportitis, but we could just teleport directly. We could, because the Orb of Fate, if you invoke it, it gives you level port. So if you just go straight to the vibrating square level here, instead we have to walk through all this garbage. Yeah, alright. So by now it's too late for us to nurse dance for more health. So like, because otherwise you could get summoned on and while naked, which we're not. that's not it. So I guess this is the HP that we'll have for the rest of the game. 128. I think I'm making this seem worse than it actually is. It's not awful, but I'm trying to win this pretty badly, so it makes me uncomfortable slightly. We still have that one wish left. I don't remember what we use it on. I think we probably use it for opposite alignment maybe, because I'm very bad at the astral plane now. Because what used to happen is there was an item called a bugle, which was sort of bugged. Well, it was bugged. It allowed you to scare, I believe it was priests and angels, which that was definitely not supposed to happen. But you could abuse this and get everything to flee from you. Literally everything except for like player monsters and other stuff on the astral plane, and that just made stuff way easier. And because I only started playing earlier this year, that was all I knew. So I definitely do not. It was definitely a hard change for me trying to figure out how to. Well, it still is, to be honest. Alright, we finally hit the full inventory ID. But I was saying it's a hard change for me to figure out how to use, like, navigate the astral plane now. Because everything is really sketchy. I just feel way more comfortable when I'm not taking huge amounts of damage and things aren't wrecking me. I'm very inefficient with my resources on the astral plane. Pretty much all I do is, I just get a cockatrice corpse or something like that, and then maybe I use teleportation and death wands if I have them to get stuff, and then to hit stuff, and then full healing. That's like about it. I'm not very creative. Alright, we have to uncurse the bell opening there. You have a blessed enchant armor here. Maybe we'll get some more AC. Maybe. We'll probably end up diluting and blanking a bunch of stuff with the water walking boots. This is a good place to do it because when you perform the invocation, there's a bunch of pools of water surrounding you, so that's good. That'll be useful because we do have a bunch of useless junk that we could turn into holy water or more scrolls for us to use. Alright, looks like we're gonna do the invocation. The 093 marker. Okay, so we're set for the rest of the game. for those. Okay, we called those poop stones. I think it was, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Craig who wanted me to ascend with those, so we got all of those. It's just worthless glass, but a little bit of stalling. This part is going to be, I still don't know if we have cursed scrolls, so if so, we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to do Sanctum without a Tricorpse, which is always sort of sketchy. I think you just have to be careful about it. The worst thing that could happen is you get caught in the open with like priests and demons surrounding you. You really want to hit them in hallways, and that's that's like one of the biggest strategies about roguelikes. If you get them in like a one-way opening where you're only fighting one of them, usually you're significantly stronger than almost everything else. The problem would be where you're surrounded by like 6 or 8 monsters and they're all fighting you. You can only hit one of them at a time. So they're all doing all this damage to you while you're only hitting one of them at a time. That's where it really stacks up. Okay, we do have a Cursed Scroll of Destroy Armor, although I might want to save that for... Oh, well, I was going to say I would want to save that for the, the Astral Plane, but we lost that because the Fire Elemental hit it and burned the scroll. So now we have 0 cursed scrolls. That's just fantastic. Yeah, that's just lovely. Okay. Probably feeling a little even more uncomfortable now. Well, we'll get more water here. That was kind of a strange choice for me to dilute the gain level. I probably should just quaff that. We only have 128 health anyways. I mean, the only thing you'd be worried about is like getting hit by higher level monsters like Archons later in the game, but we're lawful, so even that wouldn't really matter. And it's not even that huge of a change. Alright, here I think we write a bunch of enchant armor. This is kind of dangerous because if I get summoned or Rodney shows up, I'm naked. So I should probably, I mean, I can probably safely enchant stuff. I just have to be careful about it. But we have negative 20 AC. I mean, we have scrolls and lots of charges, so I feel like I should just be using that and stuff on like enchant armor maybe. Yeah, looks like this might be. We'll write some charging here. I like to have those on demand, sort of. You don't want to, yeah. Again, you don't want to be caught without those, and waste turns. Okay, we did no enchant weapon. Okay, I don't know how that happened. All right, we have +6 Excalibur now. Okay, I might write enchant armor here probably. I have that uncursed genocide. Maybe I think I'm probably just saving that in case there's like some monster, I don't know, like mind flayers or something. I greased my magic marker. Fantastic. At this point I can probably just take off the highly enchanted armor and just read it, so I don't have to be like naked. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point what I'm enchanting. Again, I'm just probably delaying the inevitable fight. Then, not completely looking forward to it. Okay, we hit the Gauntlets of Dexterity. That should probably be good. Looks like we have 7 points of, or 6 points rather, of protection, since we have that +1 ring of protection. That's probably what I'm saving that gold for. I just love AC too much. Armor class. It makes me feel better, I guess. We can save it on the way up. And if I do end up getting opposite alignment, I don't wear it, because then we lose all of that. We lose all that AC. Find another scroll of genocide. That might be interesting to BUC test. There's a mind flare over there. Okay, managed to lock the door. Looks like that guy opened it somehow. Maybe. Yeah, so all those 4s are all priests. So we really don't want to be fighting more than one at a time. And even one could do significant damage to us. Plus that Oleg guy is right there, and he also does a lot of damage. And again, we have no way of getting Trice corpse. So this is pretty bad. I might use the Wand of Death here, possibly. And this is pretty sketchy. There's a mastermind flare over there. I think I purposely don't attack the gremlin so that I don't have to be in melee with that guy. That guy's low health. I am using the stethoscope here, and see, this is why it's useful, because that guy's low health. Although I just use a death charge there. Death charges do work on these guys, so that's one strategy. It can be sort of costly, but I wrote like 4 charging scrolls, so we should be fine there. Oh, looks like that was an Alpha Schnee, which is why the death charges were doing nothing against it. Alright, I think we're in the clear now. There's only maybe 1 or 2 priests left, so this should be alright. Oh, well, there's that mastermind flare there. Okay, we're at half health. That's also part of the problem, only having 128 health. Because if you miss key a couple times, you're losing lots of health. Alright, that's just blank paper. We should just find the door. I like standing in the corner. I'm pretty sure it increases. Yeah, see, the door was all the way in that corner and we could see it, which means you can just use the bell opening on 2 corners and find the door. Because you can just stand at the two opposite corners and then you're covering the whole space. That's something that I do. I don't know if other people do that or not. But I'm pretty sure it works. Okay. So we do manage to get the amulet here. Awesome. I am keeping that oil lamp, or we do actually have candles, so I can probably drop one of those. I need to There's lots of junk in my bag that I can drop here. I'm not very good at that though. So the good thing is, the one thing we have going for us about the astral plane, even if we don't have reverse genocide or curse genocide, is that we have wands of teleportation and a lot of charging, so that can be really helpful. So I can't forget about that mastermind flare. I wonder if I can just I just end up kiting this or juking this guy out. Demon Bane on the ground. Some random Alex. I do believe I still have, I have one cursed gain level. I don't remember what I end up using that on. Probably the Valley of the Dead, maybe. Alright. So we begin the Ascension Run. Luckily for us, I think we mapped all these levels already, so that shouldn't be so bad. Although we still have uncontrolled teleportitis, which may or may not hit us a bunch of times. That's why it can be kind of annoying if you're not sure that you have a way to get it. I think I thought about picking up that Trice corpse, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. It can save you, like, say a death charge on Rodney if the timing works out, but it usually doesn't, and it's not that big of a deal anyways. We have lots of charging. I pre-wrote like 4 extra scrolls. Okay, this is Vlad's. Yeah, this is another place you can get a lot of good loot from the abandoned shops and stuff. There's a bunch of random stuff that you can get. We didn't end up exploring that at all. Yeah, we don't want to get, we don't want to get hit by those shades. They can paralyze you. Thankfully they have 0 MR, so you could just use your scaring tool and it will work guaranteed on them. So they're not a huge threat if you're careful about it. Oh, yep, and there's Yinogu. Yeah, okay. This is pretty bad. I don't even know how he got summoned, because there's nothing there. And he was like the only thing that showed up. So that's pretty bad. This is almost a run ending. We don't have free action. Our displacement, I think, is MC1. So we really don't have much protection against him. We're levitating, so we can't even dig down. Looks like we hit him a bunch of times. I tried using the stethoscope, but it's cursed. Okay, we managed to get him to flee to the stairs. Okay, that bought us a little bit of breathing room. He's on the floor above us right now, so at least we have time to figure out our plan. Which I don't think we end up figuring out or anything useful. We don't really have. Oh, I did have that cursed potion of gain level. Looking back, I could definitely have just used that. Whatever. Retrospect is 2020. That's fine. I mean, I could always rest the wand of wishing for some way to get cursed genocide, but I really wanted to say that for opposite alignment. Again, I'm super bad at the astral plane. I probably could have used that, to be honest. I think I just did not think of these things when I'm streaming and stuff. Trying to see if that scroll is cursed, that genocide, maybe. I think right, an identify scroll. I just have so many extra charges. Don't mind my misspelling of identify. I didn't even have it in my inventory. I misspell stuff all the time. Fortunately for us, it is uncursed. We have 2 uncursed. Oh, I picked out running a third after writing a third identify scroll. I took out the genocide scroll that was already identified. Kind of stupid of me. It was a blessed scroll genocide. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna help us. The thing I'm trying really hard to find some easy way to deal with him. Not really finding it here. Really unfortunate. I don't think the teleportation actually works. I think someone suggested it to me. I don't think it actually works though. Or if it does, he just teleports immediately back to you. I think I tried it a couple times actually. Looks like he missed a bunch of times or something. Yeah, this is really dangerous. We're also staying on the staircase, which is helpful, but if things go badly, we don't have any way to escape him. Yes. Also may have been a good idea to uncurse the stethoscope so we can actually gain information about that. Yep, see, like that. You hear your heartbeat, which means you rolled unluckily, so now we have no idea about anything about him. We don't know how much health he has. I tried zapping teleportation again, doesn't do anything. Tried it again. I mean, it makes sense. That would be too easy to cheese him. He only has 27 health. We just actually managed to just kill him straight up. I don't think he paralyzed us one time. If we did, we would probably be dead or low, extremely low health. So we got pretty lucky there. Having the +6 X-Gal definitely helped. In addition to our -25 AC, so safety strats pay off. Alright, well, we're in the clear now. Well, as I say that, it's a mastermind flare there. We can just walk away from him though. Alright, yep, so that was pretty exciting and terrifying. I'm also wearing levitation on the Ascension Run, because if you get trapdoored, it's very annoying. And they're everywhere. And you know how many times I've just walked into my own holes? like that one over there, when I'm digging down on the way down, and then I walk into it on the way back. It happens all too often. The other thing is we have the teleportitis is also annoying here, because even more so because digging takes a while, and because we did not dig out these levels on the way down, we have a much higher chance of actually getting hit by it. since we did take out all the demon princes already, I believe we should be fine here. Nothing too threatening on the way up. Yeah. Alright, now it's just waiting time. We're getting pretty close. I pick up that stethoscope because it'll generate uncursed, because the cursed one is doing us no good. Okay, yeah, so we get the new stethoscope. Oh, yep, that's the Wizard of Yendor. That's the problem, you don't always get a message. Actually, you might get the message stop. As you can see there, the Wizard of Yendor looked like a floating eye. That's why I gotta be careful sometimes if it's disguised or whatever. If I like shift move and stuff, I don't stop immediately when the wizard shows up. It's like only when he starts hitting, so, or when I start taking damage, you get interrupted. So he gets like extra turns like that. There's probably something I can do about that, or there might be nothing. I don't know. I get a lucky teleport here. Teleport very close. Or I don't know if I teleport. I think I did teleport there. I do have wands of teleportation, so maybe I use that. I'm not sure. Here's a Valley of the Dead. We do have enough money to get an extra point of protection if I'm interested in that. We do have that cursed gain level though. This might be one of the good places to use that. Well, it would be either, this is probably the place I would use it. There's like some levels that are candidates for it. Which is kind of funny, I probably saved that in case I got Yenogu or Demogorgon, and then I did, and I did not end up using it. Anyways. I'm just a little silly like that. I forget stuff like that all the time. Like, I'll be like, oh, I'll save this, I'll save this potion of speed for the astral plane or Moloch's sanctum, and then I don't end up using them. Or I'll save, some resource that I intend to use somewhere, and then I just forget because I'm not used to remembering it. Or you don't always get it every run, so it's just forgettable, I guess. I think I'm doing something silly here. I'm probably not doing that right, because I haven't really done it before. I'm just putting the potions of water in my inventory and hope they get cursed. Cursed by random chance. Or cursed by Rodney. And I just wasted that because I put all the potions of water back in the inventory, so they all unstacked. I'm trying this silly strategy. You probably are supposed to call each of the individual stacks of water or something, but again, I hadn't done it before, so I was just kind of making something up. You have the money, so we can get 1 extra point of protection. This point is pretty expensive. I have lots of unhelpful stuff in the inventory that I should drop. Yeah, I'm not really sure why I'm not using the game level here. Okay, I do use it here. Yep. Alright, so we're finally out of Gehenna. Probably took longer than it should have. That was a pretty long Gehenna, but we got Inogu, so that's my excuse. Yeah, again, it might be midnight hour, so I'm thinking I'm probably being careful around those gremlins. It can be really annoying if you lose something important, like fire resistance or poison resistance. I think at this point it probably doesn't matter too much, but you never know. Oh, actually, you know what happened? I did lose poison resistance. I saw the message. I'm only remembering this now. So I'm like, okay, I'll try to kill these black naga hatchlings. And hope I get it back. I don't actually know it has poison resistance late in the game, or poison attacks rather. I think I got it. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I remember getting it, but I didn't see the message there. I was paying more attention to that. I was paying more attention then. Alright, this should be pretty smooth sailing, except for these parts. Not sure why I grabbed that scroll. Oh, maybe I'm hoping that the scroll gets cursed too. That wouldn't surprise me. I don't think we end up getting anything from that, but we don't end up getting our cursed scroll. Pretty sure. Alright, yeah, this is just about underscore left arrow. Pretty much here. Slowed slightly by our teleportitis. I always like going back over. I sort of like the Ascension Run sometimes because it's interesting. You kind of get to like see you know, kind of the ruins or remnants of your game. Like, oh, you know, this is where, you know, blah 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 happened. This is where I, you know, did this. Maybe it's nostalgic. Maybe I'm just just being silly. I kind of like it. Alright. D level 11. We're almost there. We're coming up towards the back end of this run. Probably only like 10 or 15 more minutes left. Yeah, this is it. Again, I'm remembering to eat, which is fantastic. I don't think I think I fainted so many times that, you know, now it's just stuck in my brain, so at this point I'm eating everything. Sometimes that's gotten me into trouble before, though. I love telling people about my caveman run during June NetHack, or I was on like D level 1 and I choked on a jackal corpse with the amulet because I was being stupid, and it was pretty much just eating everything just to save on food. because I don't like carrying around that much food in the end game, because everything drops corpses, and everything drops big corpses, and food is pretty heavy. Alright, we're doing last minute prep here. I think I tend to waste a lot of time right before entering the planes, and also entering the astral plane kind of pointlessly. I'm just looking at a bunch of random stuff. Oh, I'm probably just trying to get unencumbered here. Maybe. Yeah, very important preparations. Naming the brown glass poop zone that we picked up. We picked up a couple extra of those. This is so embarrassing to watch again. Okay, yeah, that's probably we don't actually have much food at all in my bag, so that's probably why I'm saving a lot here. We get the kill on Rodney. I'm gonna kill this Minotaur for the wand of digging that he has. Alright. Find the portal. I don't pick up the wand of digging, apparently. We probably have some in our bag, maybe. I mean, always end up picking up more of those than I need. You only really need like 1 or 2 maximum. I've never needed more than 2. Unless they were like empty. And they're pretty common, so it's fun to have. They're also pretty good escape items, so there is that. Alright. Yeah, we do have more digging in here. Levitation makes this a lot easier. That was probably not a great idea. I just used the Orifate next to a Jabberwock. So we dealt a lot of damage to us. Because you actually get frozen for like a few turns. I don't know if it's like it's not too many turns, but still being paralyzed, frozen, whatever, not great. Alright, Plane of Fire. This one's pretty straightforward. Sometimes I blind myself intentionally here, just to block out the battle spam. It's annoying to have to escape making it so much easier. Okay, we made it to the Plane of Water. Still don't have Cursed Scrolls, so we're gonna have to go without that. We're gonna have to go without that for now. This is the last scroll, so hoping that it's cursed. It's probably not. We still also have the 101 of Wishing, which I think I use here. We managed to save that to the end of this game. First potion of speed. We do have speed boots, so the speed potion won't actually be that helpful. Have that Blessed Scroll of Genocide, so may as well use that on sea monsters. Although they're not very dangerous. I guess the only thing would be I don't want to lose rings and wands to some electric eel. But the rest of this is pretty much just waiting RNG. The bubbles move around. You just have to wait until you get into the right one. You can move between bubbles. I don't think it actually does that much. So I'm probably just wasting time. Yeah, we don't need that rusty pickaxe anymore. I probably should have picked up that extra healing potion. We don't have any healing here. I turned everything into holy water, so that would probably be good, but oh well. I think I'm still hoping that some of the scrolls or potions are gonna get randomly cursed, but it's not gonna happen, I don't think. This is the last part, so I'm gonna take out all the teleportation wands and all that extra charging that I had. I'll probably even identify those teleportation wands so that I know what I can use. This is pretty much overkill, I think, but with 3 wands of teleportation and so many marker charges, this is plenty. We don't have conflict or anything, but we have really good armor class, really good Excalibur, +6 Excalibur, life saving, all the usual stuff. But yeah, the teleportation in particular, we can just use those, and then pretty much nothing can get in our way. Yeah, I always spend a lot of time here pointlessly. I guess it's not pointless if if it helps you, so I just take extra precautions, really trying not to lose this game. This is the last stream of NetHackathon, so that would be kind of a sad way to end it. I also have that pressure of kind of ending off with a win, especially when it's set up so nicely like this, so perfectly, I guess. Alright. Yeah, I'm just delaying the inevitable fight, the inevitable astral plane. Probably got like 5 more minutes left. Yeah, we'll uncurse that wand of teleportation. Yeah, we have 885. We have lots of charges. 20 teleportation charges, so that should not be a problem. As long as I don't walk towards death, and I am able to get the kill with the wand of death on either pestilence or famine, then we should be fine. Probably using those candles too. Oh yeah. So we'll rest the wand of wishing. At this point, it'll be for opposite alignment, because that's gonna increase our chances. Well, on the first altar we have a 2 and 3 chance of picking the right altar. Otherwise, I've almost never done Grand Tour or whatever it's called. Only a couple times. I don't like having to deal with all that. It's not actually that much worse, but I always feel like I burn all of my resources just trying to get to the first altar, so that's probably just me being inefficient, I suppose. There's the portal. So we'll hop on in there. I think we can probably wear invis here I think a lot of things can see invisible, but I think maybe priests can't see invisible. I might be wrong about that. Or player monsters, I'm not sure. Just trying to get satiated in case we run into famine. That doesn't really make a difference much at all unless you don't have a death wand, but I'm not putting anything to chance here. Alright, we're going in. That blessed potion of speed that I made is redundant. We have speed boots. Alright. We'll attach the candles to get light. Light is actually really helpful to have. And here we go. Alright, I should use telepathy first to make sure I go. Okay, that's pestilence. And that's death, so I'm probably gonna go towards pestilence. I think pestilence used to be the most scary, but now death actually respawns like almost instantly. So that's really something that you don't want to have happen to you, because you can't use the wand of death on him, obviously, because he's death. And you also, and on top of that, you don't. If you get stuck with surrounded by a bunch of monsters, there's nothing you can do against him. Alright, so there's pestilence. The death ring misses pestilence. We back up. Alright, we get the kill. We have teleportation here, so it's not like we should get stuck. Again, we have those 4 charging scrolls, so I'll probably use one of those now, because our wand of death is empty. And we do. I mean, I have so many teleportation charges, I should just use them here, even if inefficiently. Would be fine. I teleport that guy away. And we'll approach the first altar. We'll raise the door using digging, probably. And we get tier lawful. GG. Yeah, I really had a lot of fun this NetHackathon. I really appreciate all the support, and everyone who came out, watched, everyone who streamed, for Disperse who put this all together. I'm definitely looking forward, if we do this in the future, and even new streamers who'll do that. I think everyone had a great time, and it was an awesome experience. But that's all for me. Thanks.